So you're moving to the Midwest and you don't know what it's like here. Are you making a mistake? I can help you with that. Today, we're gonna talk about the 10 reasons that y'all should move to the Midwest. Stay tuned. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below because I make a new video every single week and you're gonna wanna get notified. And also my contact information is right down there. And if you have any questions or if you just wanna call and be like, what's it like living in Warrensburg, Missouri? I would love to talk to you about that. You can call, text, email, anytime. I like talking to people. Today, boys and girls, we're gonna talk about the top 10 reasons why you should move to the Midwest. And these are in order, so you're gonna wanna stay around for number 1 because it's pretty great. Number 10 is the diverse geography that the Midwest contains. And so most people moving to the Midwest, they're gonna instantly fall in love because we have not only giant green, luscious pastures and forests and farmlands, we also have quite majestic peaks as well. I mean, there are some amazing places to hike all throughout the Midwest. Look at, South Dakota and parts of Mississippi. And then we have down here in Missouri, we have some amazing lakes. Like you go down into the Lake of the Ozarks area and it's just one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. So here in the Midwest, we have this majestic, diverse type of landscapes that you will be able to experience if you live here. And speaking of diverse geography and lakes, that moves us on to number 9, which is lake life. So here in the Midwest, we have a lot of lakes, home to the Great Lakes, actually. Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan. And here in Missouri, we have more shoreline than the state of California. We just have so many lakes. So the Midwest is home to just lakes. And with it comes lake life. So I don't know how it is where you live, but here in the summertime, every weekend, someone is going to a lake and to either fish or to boat or just to lay by a man-made beach at the lake. The state of Minnesota also is home to thousands small lakes. So really, the Midwest has a lot more water than people think. So I hope you brought a bathing suit. Moving on to number 8. And number 8 is the Midwest is home to some very friendly people. And it's true, actually. This is something that when I talk to some transplants from like the West or the East Coast who move here to the Midwest, they get taken aback by how friendly and how like genuinely friendly and helpful people in the Midwest are. So for example, if you blow a tire and you're on the side of the road, get used to someone stopping and asking if you need help. This has actually happened to me quite a few times in my life where I'd be driving on a back road, I'd blow a tire, or I'd be towing a boat and something went wrong, and some super nice old farmer would just pull up and see if I needed help and then help me. So, Midwest, friendly people, and it's really nice actually talking to your neighbors all the time or talking to people at the gym or at church. So it's something that if you maybe are an introvert or you don't like people talking to you, you may have to get used to it because here in the Midwest, people are really friendly. Number 7, big iconic cities. And it's true, here in the Midwest, we have some really stellar cities that, everyone knows when you mention, like Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. These are all cities that for the most part, if you say them out loud, someone will know what you're talking about. And they're all in the Midwest. So if you're more of a big city person and you want to explore and live in a really iconic, cool city, check out the Midwest. We're chock full of them. We also have lots of little cities, but that's next on the list. We are moving on to number 6, and that is small towns. One great thing about the Midwest is we have so many small towns. And these small towns are full of friendly people who really appreciate community and are very family-based. And you can actually meet and know other people in town. For example, when I go to Walmart, and I live here in Warrensburg, Missouri, which is a small town in the Midwest, I'm probably gonna run into 3 or 4 people I know, and that's anywhere in town. And I actually kind of like that because I feel like I'm friends with everyone in the town, and it's kind of a cool experience. And my kids are friends with everyone in the town's kids. So you really have that community feeling in small towns that, for me as a parent, I really enjoy. Another great thing about small towns are the schools. A lot of the schools in these smaller rural towns are excellent schools because there are a lot less children per teacher, so to speak. So your child gets a lot more individualized attention, and education is always super important. So small towns got a lot going for them. Moving on, we will talk about number 5, which is low crime rates. The Midwest actually has proportionately lower crime rates than the East or West coasts. Now, this may be because the smaller towns are less densely populated, so it's a lot less likely you're gonna be, robbed and murdered. But here in the Midwest, especially in the smaller towns, it's pretty darn safe. You could not lock your doors at night, though I would never recommend not locking your doors at night. But there has been times where I forget to lock my car doors, and I've never once worried about someone breaking in and stuff like that. So lower crime rates in the Midwest. If that's something you're worried about, check out one of our small towns. Probably like it. Moving on to number 4. This one is a personal favorite of mine, probably because of my addiction to fair food, and that is number 4, state fairs. Woo! Here in the Midwest, we like our fairs, people. I will 100% say that. We appreciate a good fair. Actually, here in Missouri, we have the Missouri State Fair, and that's down in Sedalia, Missouri, and I go every year, and I will eat my way through that thing. I need to at least have corn dog, I need fried Oreos, I need fried ice cream, I need a churro, I need a funnel cake, and then I need at least 3 homemade lemonades. And then you just gotta kind of roll me out the fairgrounds, because by the end of the day, I'm pretty full. But here in the Midwest, we really appreciate our state fairs. And there's a lot more than just amazing fair food. There's usually rides, and then there's tons of animal shows. But what I mean by that is people bring their steers, their cows, their chickens, their pigs, and they show them to win money and ribbons as having the best animal. And it's all good fun. And then there's things like, barrel racing and all sorts of really exciting, fun fair things. And then there's big tractors, and there's always bands playing, and it's just really an experience. So if you've never been to a fair in the Midwest, I think you should make sure you wear closed-toed shoes and go experience a fair. Make sure to drink a lot of water. It's hot out here in the Midwest in the summertime, but you will not regret it. Number 3, we're gonna talk about sports. Woo! Here in the Midwest, we love our sports culture. Personally, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan and a Royals fan when it comes to baseball, but in the Midwest, people really are loyal, strong fans of something. Football, basketball, soccer, or American football, as the Brits call it. Anyway, we really like our sports here. So, the Chicago Bulls, Chicago White Sox, the Cubs, the Chicago Bears, the Cleveland Indians, the Detroit Tigers. Did I say Kansas City Chiefs? Because that's the best one. But we love our sports. The Midwest sports fans are the best. It's really fun. If you've never been tailgating, that's where you go to a game and you bring tons of food and a grill and tents, and you just sit there for hours before the game and you eat and you partake of beverages, and then you go into the game and you cheer your head off, and it's really the best time. So, move to the Midwest, pick a team, support it, scream your head off at the games, and make sure to eat a lot of hot dogs. Because, you know, you can't go to a stadium and not eat hot dogs. Anyway, I digress. We love our sports here in the Midwest. Hope you do too. Number 2, very important to most people, especially parents, excellent schools. Here in the Midwest, we just have so many amazing schools. Even if you're talking about middle school, high school, or even college level schools, we have great schools. Particularly, I think if you are looking at maybe middle school or high school, if you come to some of the smaller towns where their population is smaller, so it's smaller class sizes, and your children really get to experience like one-on-one attention with teachers, they just blossom. For example, my son is at Maple Grove Elementary here in Warrensburg, Missouri, and he has special needs, and the amount of attention and care and all the effort and coordination put in by the Warrensburg School District is just mind-blowing to me. It's amazing. Because when I was super young, I went to a school out in California, and I was one of 50 people in my class in middle school. I didn't even remember who my teachers were because there were just so many kids and so few teachers. In small towns, it's just different. You get that individualized care, and it seems like a lot more time and attention and money is put into each school district because the community rallies around it, because it's a smaller community and everyone knows each other and everyone wants everyone's child to succeed. Anyway, I'm just rambling about how much I love my school district, but it is a thing. The Midwest has excellent schools, and you should check it out because education is important in the Midwest. And the number 1 reason to move to the Midwest, drumroll, is you can afford it. Number 1 reason to move to the Midwest is affordable cost of living. So, I can speak from experience just from knowing house prices in the Midwest versus house prices on the West Coast in California, on the East Coast, up in New York or Rhode Island, places over there. Man, it's expensive. And the cost of living here in the Midwest is just drastically reduced in comparison to that. For example, you can buy, in Warrensburg, Missouri, you can buy a big 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that's new, 2,500 square feet with a fenced-in yard in a great neighborhood for between $300,000 and $350,000. You can't even get a shack for $350,000 in, Utah or Portland, Oregon, or Los Angeles. I don't even think you could get a closet for $350,000 in New York. But the cost of living here is just so much lower than other places. So if you're looking to start a family, I highly recommend looking at some small towns in the Midwest. Warrensburg, Missouri is a good one. But look here and you'd be very surprised how easy it is to have a really nice place to live, have a great job, and be able to make enough money to afford all of it and spend time with your family. Can't beat it. So, if you need a number 1 reason to move to the Midwest, it's affordable. There you go. I hope that you like my list. I hope that you liked my video. I hope maybe it's helped change some minds about the Midwest, and maybe y'all want to join us here. There you go. Make sure that you like and subscribe down below because I make a new video every single week and you're gonna want to get notified. And my contact information is right there. So if you have any questions, if you just want to ask me about something in my videos, I love talking to people. Text me, call me, email me, send me a carrier pigeon. Don't do that, they don't exist. Anyway, get a hold of me. I love talking to y'all. Bye.